Yo guys, what's going on? I'm Tim Kelly. This is The Real Sports Talk. Thank you guys for tuning in. Continuing my quarterback countdown, saving you guys from Ron Jaworski's list. I've made it all the way to number 18, which I'm about to reveal in a moment. But let's go back and look at numbers 32 through 19, beginning with Nick Foles of the Philadelphia Eagles at 32, Chad Henne of the Jaguars at 31, Christian Ponder of the Vikings at 30, Kevin Kolb of the Bills at 29, Matt Flynn, new to the Raiders, comes in at 28, Carson Palmer, new to the Arizona Cardinals, comes in at 27, Mark Sanchez at 26, Brandon Weeden of the Browns at 25, Michael Vick of the Eagles at 24, Ryan Tannehill of the Miami Dolphins at 23, Sam Bradford, a guy that a lot of people have high expectations for this year, he comes in at number 22. Alex Smith, who his quarterback coach Doug Peterson said he's the best quarterback in the NFL, he comes in at number 20 for me, or 21. Josh Freeman of the Tampa Bay Bucks in a contract year, he comes in at number 20. Andy Dalton of the Cincinnati Bengals comes in at 19. And at number 18, Jay Cutler of the Chicago Bears comes in for me. He is a new head coach in town this year with Mark Trestman coming over from the CFL. Cutler's numbers last year were 3,033 yards, 19 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, an 81.3 passer rating, and a 58.8 completion percentage. The completion percentage is really what I want to see go up, but I like the weapons that he has around him. I like the fact that he now is an offensive-minded head coach, and you look at the people around him. Brandon Marshall, to me, besides Calvin Johnson last year, Brandon Marshall is probably the best receiver in the NFL, or at least the most valuable. I think he had better years than guys like Larry Fitzgerald. I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that he was playing with a better quarterback. But at the same time, Brandon Marshall coming over from Miami stayed out of trouble last year, and when he stays out of trouble, you see how valuable he can be. They had Martellus Bennett coming over from the Cowboys. They had Matt Forte and then Alshon Jeffrey, who obviously both of them were on the team last year. But overall, it's an offense I like. Alshon Jeffrey at the number 2 wide receiver position. I do see him having a better season this year than he had last year. I think he only had like 200 some receiving yards. I see more in the area of 400 or 500. But Matt Forte, I think a lot of people forget, not only is he one of the better runners in the NFL, but he's one of the better pass-catching backs out of the backfield. He's like Ray Rice. He's like what Brian Westbrook was back in the day. He really is one of the most versatile, if not the most versatile, running backs in the entire NFL. And then I think what it comes down to, we know Jay Cutler has an incredible arm. Does he get help from this offensive line? They moved on from guys like Gabe Carimi. Is this offensive line improved enough in front of Jay Cutler? This was a 10-6 team last year. Still had their coach fired. Still didn't go to the playoffs. I think a lot of people still feel like we have not seen Jay Cutler reach his full potential, and I think the way that he does that this year is if the offensive line in front of him is better, he turns the ball over a little less, completes it a little bit more, and throws for more like 25 touchdowns rather than the 19 that he did last year. And a lot of that's going to have to do with, can he stay healthy and not get banged up week in and week out throughout the course of this season. So Jay Cutler comes in at number 18. We will see what he does in 2013.